Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you that all important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision what comic books to buy. Today, fans, we're talking about a indie comic, and that is from Image Comics, and that is Manifest Destiny, issue number 8. I want to get this book out here, guys, because I think this is a great book, and I think a lot of you should read it. This is a different type of book. It's not your capes and superheroes. This is a new take or a different take on the Lewis and Clark era, and I think it's exciting. It's like these characters going on these particular adventures that go into these uncharted territories, and it's what really happened during this time period, this expedition and the things that they've seen, and you get to witness that firsthand by reading Lewis's and Clark's, I guess, dialogue or diary as they go along, journal, if you might say so. So, great cover here. It's got the Indian girl, and I think it's got Clark here, basically on this rock because they're stranded, and it's got this big, huge skeleton face on the bottom of it. They come up with the craziest creatures in this book, and that's what makes this book exciting and fun and fresh because you never know what they're going to throw at you in this series. I think is phenomenal. The book is written by Chris Dingus, and the artwork is done by Matthew Roberts. Here's some of the artwork. Makes you really feel here going on in the time period based off of the coloring. And the color is done by Owen Genie, I think his name is. Um, Also, really interesting paneling that's going on in this book as well. You can see that here, where you see one of the soldiers that basically gets captured by this frog that you saw the last page of the last issue, and then you see his hand here, and then he's underwater. So really great stuff there. Nice action sequences here. You can see with the Indian girl, trying to save one of the I think it was Clark's life, and I really dug how there's like written descriptions on things like that on what was going on how people to transport back to each other. So I really like the actual artwork in this book. I think it's really drawn phenomenally, and again, great paneling and things like that. So. And I'll show you a picture at the end that blew my mind away. Um, and reminded me of my own comic or story that I'm writing right now called Realm of Dreams in a specific scene. Okay, so this story really basically opens up from the last issue where you got to see this creature, this huge frog, and the boat is stranded in the middle of the ocean and they can't get to shore. Some people swam to shore, so they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Boat can't move, the crew can't get back to the ship, so they have to create this like transportation thing to get supplies across and communicate with each other. And we find out that the thing that they're stuck on was this huge ark, but it has these eggs attached to it, and these big giant frogs are protecting these eggs. And so our heroes are stuck on this boat. They can't get off the boat because they're afraid they're going to get eaten, and same vice versa with the people on the land. They can't get back to the boat. And anybody who tries, well, let's just say that they tried getting back because they're transporting supplies back and forth with a rope. And they can do that. But when someone tries to escape and goes back to the boat where they think it's safe, a creature is going to come and eat them. So I thought that was pretty neat. So our survivors on land have to try to get food out into the forest, and our people on the boat are just waiting, and they got to figure out a plan how to escape. Meanwhile, you get to see one of the corporals who's been kind of courting this female that they saved from the last mission, and they go out in the forest together, and she kind of wants to be. She doesn't want to be alone. She wants to be protected. But the corporal takes it in a wrong situation, and he feels like he wants to hook up with her, and all of a sudden he gets angry because she says no, and no means no. And as he starts her thing, basically what happens is, as he's on top of her, a big insect-like creature comes and attacks him from behind, and the lady sits there and she's like, no, and she's like, don't, don't eat me or whatever it is, and then you get to see this, and you're just like, whoa, and you get to see the face inside the bug's eyes. Like, look at that right there. That is intense. The reflection in the eyeball of the bug is just phenomenal. I thought that was great art there. But this scene right here reminded me of Realm of Dreams. The character that I created, Ray Oliver Dimitri, he was in the woods and he falls on a rock, and he turns around and he looks at a bug creature looking right at his face, looking down at him, and that's basically exactly this vision that I had. Of course, there wasn't a dead guy on top of a woman; it was just Ray screaming no. But that was the vision that I had, and it's funny how this, it's just coincidence how this kind of happened. And if out of any book that would happen, it would be this, because they introduce you to all these crazy creatures. And this is what I like about the book. I like that it's this fantasy like adventure. I love these crazy, uh, you know, nutso creatures like giant frogs and huge wasps and buffalo like creatures, just totally original characters that really don't have dialogue. They just kill whatever they see. And it's great to see the humans trying to survive this all the time as the crew gets picked off one by one. What's going to happen? How are they going to escape? I don't know, but this is a really fun book, guys. You should check it out. I always mention it on the countdown. I've only reviewed a couple of issues of it, but I think this is a really fun series. And they're going to have a San Diego Comic-Con cover with this book as well. And it's going to be a gatefold cover where you're going to see creatures from a Manifest Destiny half faces with Walking Dead zombie half faces that connect together. So that's really neat too, because it's both from Skybound. So yeah, but this is a great book. Again, check it out, guys. I can't stress it enough more. And you know what? It's only $2.99, so you can't beat that. So after reading this book, I'm going to give this one probably a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would have loved to see a little bit more in-depth story in here, but for me, it was almost nearly perfect and just a fun and great and original read. So guys, leave me your comments below. If you have any questions about Manifest Destiny, where you can jump on, or a trade to get, just leave me the comments below. And guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. And until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.